Hey everybody, AJ the One here, and this will be part one to a couple of, or basically, yeah, this will be part one to what if Deku was in Attack on Titan. I know that a person in my video, I have a lot of ideas. I know that they said in the comments that they wanted to see it. Now it's finally coming. This will be my more well structured what if than the most of them. Most of them are just me coming up with shit on the fly and just praying to God that I don't stutter, which never works. But still, this what if, I thought of it in a certain type of way that each part that I do will cover 3 episodes of the series. So this part 1 will cover the first 3 episodes of Attack on Titan. Shit, I sort of already kind of watched. No, aren't like the first 3 episodes kind of. It'll just cover over stuff. No, I think I'll just do it like a normal what if, or just every 3 episodes. But either way, to establish Izuku in Attack on Titan. Izuku, instead of being born in My Hero Academia, he'll just be born into Attack on Titan. Boom. How does he knows Eren and Mikasa and Armin. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, well, of course, they're just random kids in the town that Izuku had met up with, and they're all friends. They would question how weird Izuku's name was, as, you know, Izuku would just be like, well, also Izuku would be an orphan. He didn't know what his original name was, so he just gave himself the name Izuku because it sounded cool to him. They all thought it was weird, but they all still liked him anyway. I would say that Armin and Izuku are very similar. Like, they're both pretty much bookworms and very intelligent. So I would say that Izuku would have ended up living with Armin and his grandfather. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, his grandfather. Ooh. As well, that's it on that part. So Izuku would be living with Armin's grandfathers. They would be almost like brothers. During the day that the wall fell, they would have all saw when Armin would be getting bullied, Izuku would be there basically trying to protect Armin. That would be, so to put it simply, Izuku is like the Mikasa to Armin. So, you know, he's always there to protect Armin. He's always there to motivate Armin and to always... But Armin is actually the one that always keeps Izuku in line whenever Izuku goes out of line. But since Armin really doesn't go out of line that often, it's just, you know, like Izuku would do some crazy shit. Like, let's just say that he's fighting some kids and Izuku would, like, pick up a metal pipe nearby. Armin would be like, whoa, that's enough. Okay, we're done here. Just stuff like that. So, but anyway, because of this. But, wow. Let's see what else there to cover. They both see the Colossal Titan. They both see the Armored Titan. Armin's grandfather would still die. Eren's mother would still die. Armin and whatchamacallit. Armin and Izuku would still be on the boat before Eren and Mikasa. Eren and Mikasa would still meet up with Armin and Izuku. They will both go to that little place with rations. So basically, like, in the moment when Eren is basically having, like, almost like a hissy fit for basically calling Armin a coward because, you know, he's eating the food that people have given them. Instead of Mikasa running up and punching Eren, Izuku would just walk up to Eren and look at him straight in the eyes. He would just tell Eren simply. He would just be looking at Eren as he would tell him, didn't your mother give you food? Didn't your mother just cook food for you and give it to you? Take what you have, or you won't get anything at all. Your mother didn't die just to have you starve because your mother didn't die to have you starve just that other cop just to damn. Your mother didn't die just to have you starve because of your own twisted ideals. Armin isn't a coward for eating food that people have given to him, because things have been given to us our entire lives because we're kids. We don't know how to cook food. We don't know how to hunt for food. But what we do know how to do is survive. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to all survive together. When Izuku would say this, everybody, Mikasa, Armin, and Eren will all be in silence. As Izuku would grab Eren's hand and will put a piece of bread he will put Eren's piece of bread inside of his hand. We would have that time skip when they would be training under not Pixis. Shit, I forgot bro's name. Now, this is the defining factor in this series. I don't know if I want to put Izuku with Sasha. Put Izuku with I forgot her fake name, but I'm gonna just say it, Historia. Or maybe some other chick. Maybe Annie, just because. I don't know who. But all I know is he's gonna get paired with one of them. It's one of those three. Either way, Izuku's gonna get fucked over. Either way, Izuku's gonna get cut by these women. Or I guess technically not by the women. But either way, he's gonna get screwed over. Literally, I guess it's spoilers, so I can't really talk too much. But it'll be one of them. So I'm gonna say that during the time here, as far as the EDM training, Izuku would pass it easily. Far as the actual combat training, Izuku would do something like Eren. He would adapt like Eren. Like how in less than a day, Eren basically figured out Annie's sort of style of fighting. I would say that Izuku would have watched Annie, and then I would say like the next day when they would like ask to fight again, I would say that Izuku would ask Annie to fight. And at that point, Izuku would already memorized Annie's style, almost down to a T. And at that point, I would say he would come close to be. I would say he would almost even tie. Like they would both get pinned to the ground, and there's no way for the other to like lift themselves up to claim the win. So it would be like a tie. After that point, Eren and Annie would fight. I'm pretty sure Eren won. Then the EDM training, Eren couldn't do it. After some point, he would try another thing. He would do it correctly. As they would form as Titan fighting, or like the false Titans, or those little fake Titans. That training, I would say that Izuku would sort of have like almost like an acrobat. From what we've seen from Izuku in the original canon, or in My Hero, Izuku is literally just an average teenage kid I don't think he's ever done a flip before. But as soon as he gets full cowling, he's bouncing off the walls. He's like hitting flips mid-air while still moving, and still knows how to like move around properly. While doing flips with only less than like a day or two of training, Izuku's an acrobat. So as far as EDM training, he would be more like Sasha, or more wild and flexible. I would say even more than Sasha. But would still have the precision and striking power of Mikasa. So I would say like the first Titan that they would come across, Izuku would like launch himself into the air and come spiraling down, would fire himself down, spiraling like a drill, as he would quickly shoot, as he would shoot 2 wires into a tree, as he would launch up forward faster than anybody else and cut the nape of the Titan. He would cut it so clean that he would cut it with so much strength and cleanness that there wouldn't even be that much space left for anybody else to cut. That's how well he cut it. So of course everybody that joined the Scouts in the original would have joined the Scouts. But I would say over the time, of the when they all got to know each other, Izuku would have made like really close friends with these people, out of Reiner, Annie, Astoria, and Sasha. I just had to get Izuku close to those three, so just when it happens, so like I could just like get a choice like to boil it down. Anyway. Anyway, far as them being training students, they will all be on top of the you know what, I'm gonna say that Izuku is more close with Sasha than any of the other girls that he knows. He's still pretty close with Reiner. Boom established it. Boom. So when Sasha would come up to the top of the wall with the meat, they would all be like, oh really, okay, big bets. Of course, the Colossal Titan would still show up. He would kick down the wall. They would all be there to just sort of be there to witness the account. After that point, they would all be assigned their teams and groups. As Izuku would be assigned with the same group that Eren and Armin were assigned to. You can see how this is going. So that group plays out the same. I forgot the girl's name and the guy's name. I forgot those two. But those two would still die. But I'm going to say when Eren would get his neck, not his neck, but get his leg bitten off, Izuku saw this as an opportune chance to kill the Titan. So Izuku would have quickly launched down to where the Titan was, as Izuku would cut the back of its snake, killing it quickly as it will fall to the ground. As Izuku would sort of like dig his heels into the ground, as he would slide across the ground, spinning in a circle, as he would see Eren basically laying on top of the roof, as Armin, I forgot what happened. Didn't Armin's like string get pulled? Basically, however Armin fell on top of the roof, he would have still went there. Before, as I would say because Izuku is still recovering from like digging his feet into the ground that fast, he would sort of just be stuck. He would sort of just be stuck there for a second until I would say like two more miniature Titans, like 3 meter Titan, 5 meter Titans would appear. As Izuku would look confused as he would use his EDM gears to quickly maneuver out of the way. Izuku would immediately dodge the first 5 meter Titan that attacked him, as he would end up getting behind it and cutting the back of its neck. And then Izuku would quickly dodge again before the other 5 meter Titan could attack him. As Izuku would get behind the Titan again, but would go low, as Izuku would cut the back of the Titan's foot, causing it to fall and hit the ground. As Izuku would quickly fly over to the nape of the neck and slice it. But by the time that it happened, Eren had already been eaten. Armin is really far away and the Titan is right there. Izuku would quickly fly over to try and save Armin, but Eren would the Titan would grab Armin, open up his mouth, as Eren would end up saving it. Did I say that Eren got eaten? My dumbass. Eren would have still made it over to get Armin. He would have saved Armin the same way. He would have gotten eaten. Izuku, seeing this, he would have quickly killed the Titan in anger. Actually, he would quickly kill the Titan in anger. Would have grabbed Armin, as the two would have ended up flying off. After some time, it would begin to rain. After some time, it would begin to rain because it would still kill the Titan that was charging at the people that was doing the sussy run. She would have moved the wagon out of the way. At this point, she would have got back to her team. Everybody there literally is almost out of gas. And then at that point, Armin is there. Armin and Izuku are there, and they're both pretty, depressed. Mikasa would ask what happened, as Izuku would it basically explain what happened. But like a little bit more like a soldier like Mikasa. Armin and our entire squad, except for me and Armin, were completely wiped out. I'm sorry. Izuku would say this while he would put one hand on Mikasa's shoulder. After this point, everybody would be doing their attempts to try and rally everybody together, like between Connie, Sasha, some other people, until they would all hear one voice. So we're just all gonna give up that quickly. They would all look over to see Izuku. As Izuku would yell out that how in the world, Izuku would yell out that they can get over to where, that they can go where they need to go. They just all need to put their heads together and figure it out. None of them are cowards. None of them are normal people. Some of us have joined the scout regiment, all ready to face the Titans head on. Others want to stay behind the wall and become military police. Even still, a dangerous job. Even have to deal with Titans now, when you least expect it, because of the colossal and armored Titan. And this time, they none of them are different. They're all the same. And because of that, Izuku would say this as sort of like in a kiddish way. They all need to shut the hell up, stop being little fucking pussies, and put on their big boy pants so they can go over and get the air that they need and win. Izuku would say those exact words, as everybody would sort of be stunned and paused. And then after that point, because Izuku would continue a statement, because his friends have died, because his friends have died, they all died for him. There's no way that he's gonna die and have his entire life be in vain because of it. Not have their death be in vain because of it. He's not going to die to meet up with his friends in the afterlife and tell them that they died for no reason, that they won't ever get to see a world without Titans that they won't ever get to see a world without Titans because they saved his life just for him to end up in the same place. So Izuku would quickly silence himself and then continue. So I don't know about any of you, but I'm going to make my friend's death mean. But I'm going to make my friend's death mean a memory. I'm going to make my friend's death mean something. I'm going to hold his memory. And survive. And I advise you all do the same. As Izuku would say this, he would jump from atop the roof and swing off. As Mikasa, Armin, and slowly everybody else would join him. As Sasha would fly to Izuku, as she would say that was a really nice speech. You would say the same thing. At this point, Mikasa would still rush forward, or the abnormal quote-unquote Titan would show up. They would know that's Eren. They would use Eren to get all the supplies that they need. And this is where something else different happens. When Armin would come up with a plan to go down and stun all the Titans. As of course it would be Sasha, Reiner, Connie, Mikasa, and I forgot who else, but I'm pretty sure it was just like, what? They said like 7? I'm pretty sure just like some other random people there. So Izuku would still be, no. Izuku wouldn't be included. Izuku would be shooting. So everybody else would run forward and cut the back of the necks of the Titans. But of course, like in the original, Sasha would still not end up killing it. When this would happen, Izuku would look in fear for Sasha as he would still have his EDM gear on. Actually, no. I don't think as Izuku would still have his EDM gear on. As Izuku would have jumped from the top of the from the platform and land on the back of the Titan's neck. or no, he would land on the back of the Titan's head as he would grab it by its hair, and stab it into its eyes again. As soon as this would happen, Izuku would basically temporarily rip out the Titan's eyeball, causing it to fall to the ground, in pain. I'm pretty sure Titans do feel pain. As Izuku, while still on the back of the Titan, will quickly cut the back of the nape of the. I'm making it too complicated. Izuku would kill the Titan. He would stab and gouge its eye out. It would fall to the ground as Izuku would cut the back of its neck, or the nape of its neck, killing it. As Izuku would quickly jump down, asking Sasha if she was okay. As Sasha would hug Izuku, crying, thanking him profusely. I would say, you know what, just because this would seem like something that would happen, she would end up kissing Izuku. Basically, not like a genuine "I like you" kiss, just like a thank you kiss, you could say. But anyway, everybody would fill their tanks back up. Connie would when Sasha is shaking, Izuku would tell her basically like, Connie would still be the one to tell her. After this point, they will all leave the place to go. They're going to basically see that that Eren has fallen to the ground and is now back into human form. As I'm pretty sure it was Connie, Reiner, Bermont, and Armin and Izuku and Mikasa all up there with Eren on that one little like ledge perch, whatever it was. As when they're all talking, Izuku would begin talking, or Izuku would begin explaining. Hey guys, I think I have a theory on what's happened to Eren. As everybody would look over. From what it looks like, Eren can transform into a Titan. Depending if it's on command or not. That means there's no way that he was just naturally born with this ability. Because if he was, then we would already know about it. His father was a doctor, and he checked up on Eren a lot. He would have definitely noticed something special like this, maybe like a change in blood typing, or maybe even color, or get some form of special ability, or notice some form of differences. But there was never any form of notice or mention like that. So Eren had to obviously be given this power, and if that's the case, wouldn't it make sense that there might be more people that could transform into it, more abnormal like Titans? Soon as he would say this, everybody else would look over at Izuku confused. As Reiner would say would tell Izuku that sounds crazy out loud. But Armin would say, but that's the only logical explanation. They had to be given this ability. But even still, that's so outlandish, it doesn't make any sense. As Izuku would turn to the rest of the group and begin explaining, that would explain the armored and the colossal Titan. There's never been a Titan in the entire history of humans that has ever towered over the walls. There's never been one strong enough to break through like that. The only explanation has to be that there are people that can transform into Titans, and the best thing I could think of that they might be. So, and the best thought that there might be one of us, or maybe any person within the walls. As Mikasa, Reiner, Belmont, I forgot his name, Annie, and Mikasa will all sort of sit there paused at this, that it makes sense and they could piece it together very well. Also, something else I would like to say that I accidentally skipped over. When Armin would have met up with Connie, and when Izuku and Armin would have met up with Connie, and that I forgot the girl's name, but when she basically Historia's friend, when she would have said, she would have said something. I forgot what disrespectful thing she said. Izuku would have quickly defended. No, she called Armin a coward. As Izuku would have quickly defended Armin. And after that point, like giving, I forgot what she said exactly, but Izuku would say, "What in the world do you have? How do you think that one person could ever prepare for something like that? How do you think that one person could ever go over there and kill Titans on their own? There were at least 6 of them, and I only killed 3. And 2 of them were only 5-meter Titans. Actually, no, shit. And I only killed 4, and 2 of them were only 5-meter Titans, and the other 2 I caught off guard. If you truly believe it's that easy, if it's that simple to kill a Titan, if it's that simple to go watch your comrades die, then if it's that simple to watch your comrades die, then how about that simple to watch your comrades die? Then how about me and you both go? What the fuck? Now how about me and you both go over there and see on how easy it is to see if you're still talking high and mighty on. To see if you're still talking high and mighty. As soon as what happened, I forgot the girl's name, but she would turn around to try and confront Izuku, but Historia would of course kick in, and at this point, she would say the same thing on how Historia would make a good wife. And even then, I would say that the girl would even still say that on how protective Izuku is, on how protective and smart Izuku is, Historia and him might just be the perfect match. As soon as what happened, Izuku's whole facade would sort of basically break as he would get red on his face, as he would get flustered, as he would yell at the girl to shut up. I just wanted to mention that in. So, at this point, I've been recording for a hot minute now, as I'm going to say that this is where I'm going to leave this part off. Oh yeah, about the thing with Pixis, that still goes the same. Izuku and Eren would still seal up the wall. As far as joining the scout regiment, that would still happen. Never mind. Yep, okay. So, off of this, this is where I'm going to leave this off. Hope you all like this part. I hope you all like this part. I'm kind of excited for this what if, but that's going to be all for right now. As please like, subscribe, share. If I could get this video to at least 3 likes, 4 likes, 4 likes, please, pretty please, with a fat cherry on top. But that'll be all. AJ the One, signing out. Have a nice